Hi, Nick Whitworth, and this week's real estate report is going to be about what makes a good investment property. So, what makes a good investment property? Well, there are many aspects involved with choosing an investment property, and a few of the more important ones I want to touch on today. First, property type, cash flow, and also appreciation potential. So, let's talk about property type. Obviously, there's two types of property that you can invest in, attached or detached. Now, with your attached property, it's going to be your condos and townhomes. Now, with condos and townhomes, obviously, there's going to be less maintenance, which means less chance of unexpected expenses. However, also typically with your condos and townhomes, there's going to be lower rental prices. Now, next you can choose residential detached or a regular house. Now, with a regular house, there's going to be, more maintenance, which usually means more expenses. However, there's also going to be more rooms, bigger square footage, which equates to higher rental prices. Now, you're going to want to weigh the pros and the cons of attached versus detached when thinking about choosing your investment property. Next, let's talk about cash flow. Cash flow is very important. Nick, why don't you tell us about that? Alright, thank you, Nick. Yeah, cash flow. Now, when you have an investment property, obviously it's important to be cash flowing, which means you want your monthly income to outweigh your monthly mortgage payment. And to figure out whether or not the investment property that you're interested in is going to do that, there's a very simple equation that you can use. So, this property I pulled off the MLS very recently, and for confidentiality's sake, we are going to just say that it was 1419 Easy Street. This is in the campus area of Fort Collins, listed at $230,000. 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom, single-family detached house. Now let's just say we purchased this house for listing price at $230,000. Well, a 4-bedroom house in that area of town is going to rent for $1,500 a month on average. Now we take our monthly rental income, we subtract our PITI, and that's our cash flow. Your cash flow is $294. So, that's pretty sweet. On this type of property, you're cash flowing about $300 a month. Good investment. Alright? One other thing to take into consideration is this. If you really want to build up your investment portfolio, you might start outsourcing your management. You can hire a property management company. A very good local property management company that does a lot of business in this area of town charges 10% of your monthly rental income for their fees. So, knock another $150 off your cash flow, you're still flowing $150. And that's really good, especially if you have a large portfolio, because obviously you're doing about that on all of them or better. Now, the next thing we're going to consider is appreciation potential of the house. Nick, why don't you talk to us about that? Yeah, appreciation potential, Nick, you're right. Now, anytime you make an investment, you're going to want it to pay out. Now, the cool thing about a real estate investment is not only does it pay you out on a monthly basis in the form of cash flow, when you decide to cash out at the end, it's also going to pay you a big lump sum, assuming that it had good appreciation in the meantime. Now, Fort Collins, for instance, let's take the most recent publication of the Fort Collins Business Report. It came out 3 days ago, stating that year-to-date housing prices in Fort Collins, Colorado are up 7.7%, and that includes distressed properties. So that's massive. Now, also, same publication reported that, and this may not come as a surprise to most of you, the Fort Collins-Loveland Metropolitan District ranks amongst the top 10 places in the country to own a house. So, right there, you've got your appreciation potential. Now, if it's any other city, when gauging appreciation, you're going to want to look at the city. Fort Collins, for instance, has a very strong economy and also a large university, both of which are always driving influx of people in. The influx of people coming into the city creates demand for houses creates price increases. Now you got your appreciation potential. So, in conclusion, if you want to talk about purchasing your own investment property, just talk to me, I'll get you all set up. Thanks. Reshot, reshot.